Hey guys, and welcome back for a new part of Super Mario Galaxy and a new dome. But first, mail.
I remember AOL, that was awesome. Also, this happens every time you load your game, where Princess Peach just sends you a letter with 5 1-up mushrooms, which I assume are decapitated prisoners of her dungeon or something. I don't know, maybe she's just racist against green toads.
Oh, Toad, you need to die for the greater cause. My beloved needs you. Okay, Princess, I did sign a contract.
Beloved, good one.
What I want to know is how the hell Peach can send 1-up mushrooms from Bowser's lair to the Comet Observatory.
Probably throws it through a black hole. Who knows where those things lead to.
Yeah, not even Bowser can stop the mail.
The Postal Service, the most powerful force in the galaxy. Nay, the universe.
Through rain, sleet, snow, or Bowser's lair, it's the mail.
Polestar Path. I will say, as Wii gimmicks go, I like the Polestar, if only because it's really easy to use, and you can slingshot yourself around with some clever momentum use if you're good at it, and skip a lot of stuff.
And it feels good as well, which is a plus. I have to say, and I've mentioned this many times before, and probably even during our race, John, but if you were to ask me to point out one level in this game that kind of shows off Galaxy's tone, etc. as a whole, it wouldn't be Gusty Garden Galaxy, fantastic music aside. It would be this one, because it's purely set in space, it's really like calm and ethereal, and it just looks nice, and it's got some cool star missions.
No, the only reason people bring up Gusty Garden is because of the music. Because if you want level design, something that captures what Mario Galaxy is about, I agree. Space Junk Galaxy.
Honestly, Gusty Garden captures Galaxy 2's tone more, because the blue skies, the epic music, and the level design, it's more Galaxy 2 than Galaxy 1, if that makes any sense.
No, that's a good point, actually. I never considered that.
Galaxy 2 had a lot of blue skies.
No, Oliver, what's happened to you? My God, what happened in Pikmin 3? I should really start playing that again.
What happened? Louis.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Louis, you dolt!
Whenever you ask what happened in a Pikmin game, the answer is Louis.
Yeah. So, Ryan, what do you think about Space Junk Galaxy, mate?
I like the music. I think it's a bit straightforward because it's just kind of point and click. So that's not the most interesting in the world for me. It's pretty easy. It helps you get into it, but it's just an okay level for me.
You're making me think of a Nintendo-developed, like, Mario point-and-click game, like, use jump on enemy, sort of. Actually, I joke, but I would really love, like, a mystery game kind of thing, like, similar in vein to the Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi games.
We'll call it the Walking Toad.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, so we've got to summon the Toad Captain ship here. They were well prepared. They must have made this in advance.
Well, actually, it's interesting, because in the storybook, the spaceship that Rosalina and Luma used was toad-shaped. And you see the ruined husk of that ship, like, after the credits.
You bring up yet another good point, and you're really on the ball for this part in particular, Lewis, but in Good Egg Galaxy, there's a house there. Whose house was that?
I have no idea. I really don't. The first thing that comes to mind is the Yoshi house in Galaxy 2, because they do the same thing at the very start of the first level there. Only it's very clearly a Yoshi house.
Well, they do that in Super Mario World, too.
Yeah, which I think Galaxy 2 was just referencing in that point.
Galaxy 2 referencing something? Oh, say it ain't so, Johnny.
Oh my goodness.
I think that might be what they were referencing here, because it was Good Egg Galaxy, but I think it was meant to be more of a passive reference than an actual hint that Yoshi was in the game, as it is in Galaxy 2.
This is my favorite bit of Space Junk.
Yeah, I gotta say, just before we finish this style, the whole platforms zooming towards you as you walk to where they would have been in space like 2 seconds earlier. It's a neat graphical effect. Heart-stopping when you get to the time trial versions of these levels, and you need to go fast, because there's a black hole beneath you, and it ain't going anywhere, as black holes are wont to do.
Yeah, but, in sections like those, one of the things to do is pay attention where the collectibles are and jump to where those are. That way you can skip over a good chunk of the appearing platforms without having to actually walk over them.
The traditional Sonic gameplay of follow the rings, they will show you the safe path. It all goes back to Sonic.
Space Junk Galaxy. Oh, wait. Now that I think about it, I only did one of the star missions in my current playthrough, so I forget what the next Space Junk mission even is.
It is a mini-boss assault.
Oh, another Doom ship level.
How are they flying in space?
Well, to be fair, the last Doom ship level was we only went on one Doom ship, and then we immediately left it after we crossed the bridge. Now we got a lot more.
Yeah, but that is a valid question. What function do these propellers serve? There's no air in space.
They're space propellers, man.
Just swirling the cosmic energies, man. Get with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some sci-fi movies have spaceships with solar sails or space sails. What are they grabbing?
This is probably a very cynical view, but given the grand scale of the game, just having regular Goombas there seems a bit anticlimactic. You could have given them, I don't know, some kind of sci-fi, cheesy schlock, B-movie sci-fi costume.
They do have Goombas with helmets later on, and they're fucking annoying, by the way.
Oh, we saw those in the Mega Leg mission, yeah, but I'm thinking even crazier than that.
Stormtrooper Goombas.
It's just a stormtrooper head with feet.
1/3 as tall and half as accurate.
Speaking of accuracy, really would have appreciated an arrow. I don't know, sometimes the Cooper shell just goes askew for me.
I would have appreciated if you could use the star pointer to aim the Koopa shell.
They do that, but only when you're underwater aiming a Koopa shell, because then the Koopa shells have these searchlights for some reason. And the searchlights actually serve the function of destroying booze.
Okay, then.
For some reason.
I don't know why the Koopa shell has a searchlight or why it can kill booze, but I'll take it.
So how will you be entering the secret Starbit chamber? Oh, okay, the old-fashioned one.
Yeah, like so. Through the entrance, mostly, Johnny.
You can also ground pound the vent on top of the starship, on top of the Doom ship, to get here too.
I'll have to try that next time.
Yeah, that vent goes both ways.
I gotta say, when I saw these Koopas, my mind couldn't really take it in. It's like, they're walking like regular turtles. Make it stop.
We're going into Mario Brothers territory pretty soon. We're gonna have those crabs, and we're gonna start calling. Well, they were Koopas in that game. Were called creepers or shell creepers. Nothing like Koopas. It's I don't want to play this anymore.
We're talking about the ones that explode, right?
No, that's Mario Land.
Ah, okay. I was about to go dude. But anyway, this is Kamela, because for some reason they needed a gender-swapped version of Kamak. You gotta dodge the fireballs. When she throws green shit at you, spin it, it will turn into a shell. Throw it back at her. Do it 3 times, boom, you get a star.
I would have preferred it if they had just made it Cammy Koopa from the Paper Mario games.
Oh, man, she's even got the colour scheme.
Yeah, so just make it Cammy Koopa.
Cammy Cooper is fantastic in Thousand Year Door.
Maybe it's Cammy's great aunt.
She looks great for her age.
Yeah, I gotta say, the effects of not having air in space really slow down the aging process.
Oh, man. Got clipped by a fireball there.
Oh, my booty is on fire.
I'll tell you this, those shells are a pain in the ass to catch if you don't catch them before they land.
Well, no, actually, they're really simple to catch. One thing you can do is, before the shell even materializes, that's what Tom just did right there.
Well, yeah, all I'm saying is, if you miss that opportunity and they land, they start flying around, and then they become hard to catch.
Well, it's spin attack. Your spin attack also has a gravitational pull.
I like the fact that when you throw the shell and it goes out of bounds, it doesn't just, explode or keep going. It gets sucked into the black hole beneath the ship. Just little touches like that.
On that subject, one of the things I like to do when Koopas show up in levels is just jump on them, grab the shell, and toss them off the level, and actually actively yell something insulting to them as I do it in the real world.
You're too hardcore for words, Lewis, really. Alright, Prankster Comet time. If you wanted to go through levels again, but with a bit of extra spice, you know, maybe a time trial here, a no-hit run there, then the Prankster Comets are going to be the missions for you. Johnny, do you want to explain this?
Prankster Comets. Okay. Now, if I recall correctly, Prankster Comets will... you don't need to get all 3 stars to get a Prankster Comet to appear. It's after you complete a specific mission within that galaxy. After that, then there is a chance, because it's not always guaranteed that a Prankster Comet will appear, but in the case a Prankster Comet does appear, you have to replay a certain mission with a different handicap.
Yeah.
In this case, I'm going to assume the Prankster Comet is probably over Good Egg.
I would recommend the second they appear, just go and do them, because 1, they don't take long, and 2, it's more trouble than it's worth just moving it into the correct location.
Yeah, well, honestly, I save the bulk of the Prankster Comets until post-game, because once you've done all the other missions and there's nothing but Prankster Comets, you're pretty much guaranteed to always have a Prankster Comet in orbit over some level somewhere.
Pretty simple concept this time. Just got to kill the Dino Piranha again, basically turn back the clock, and murder this baby a second time.
With a very, very generous time limit.
Yeah, the speedrun Prankster Comets are always my least favorite one because nothing changes.
There's a red tint over the screen there.
Stop it, Tom.
And some boulders turn into chain chomps, totally different.
They should have put like a big motion blur filter on this to really emphasize the speed factor of the mission.
Nah, how about give Mario a boost button?
Or no, shut up. I think Galaxy 2 made them a little more interesting, where you had to constantly collect clocks to keep the timer going. And the levels weren't that very long either.
Actually, now that you said that, they brought that into 3D Land, and I'm like, these levels are so short. Why do you need to tack on an arbitrary time limit? It's just like, just finish the level. We don't even care.
No, here's the funny thing about that. They brought those time limits back because they were an element of the 2D games. And honestly, I actually do run out of time in 3D World a few times. But you know what? The regular time limits in 3D World are worse than the time trial modes in this game.
Prankster Comets... Once a Prankster Comet appears over a galaxy, even if you were in the middle of doing that galaxy, you have to do the Prankster Comet then and there.
Yeah.
You're not given a choice. You have to do it then, which can be intrusive for some, I'd imagine, especially if it's not any more interesting than what the previous star already was. In this case, you're doing the same level again.
We've run out of commentary. Can you tell?
Well, let us reflect on what exactly the Prankster Comet is doing to Good Egg. I mean, who's instigating the time limit? What happens to Mario when he runs out of time? Does he get a heart attack?
Wow, you said that in sync. One of you should have called Jigs, but I will do it instead. Don't talk for the rest of the part. I would guess the comet affects the atmosphere of the galaxy, what little there is to speak of, and things go fast. I don't know, it's a video game, alright? You two can talk again, I'm done with this shit.
See, that's where you tip your mic over and just walk out.
Got unintentionally mad there for a second. Good lord. I live!
Again.
Again! I'll beat you this time, Mario.
No, you won't.
Get this, you only have 2 minutes. Ooh.
Oh my god, not 120 seconds.
Make it stop!
When I got to this part and I still had 2 minutes left, I was like, okay, you call that a time limit?
I call it playing it normally.
Why? Why was I born to feel pain and die?
Why did you do this to me, Bowser?
Kaboom.
And that's it. A brand new star for you are ready to
Hooray.
put the red tint, just to add that detail.
It's a power star and it's soaked in Dino Piranha guts. Glorious.
Do you feel good for killing dino babies? Think about that.
In space.
In space, no less. We'll see you all next time for another part of Galaxy. Bye-bye.